الحمد لله وكفى والسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى خصوصا على سيد الأولين والآخرين وخاتم النبيين والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. أما بعد، وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: من أحيا سنتي فقد أحبني ومن أحبني كان معي في الجنة. صدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك لمن الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. يا ربي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. ربي زدني علما. Respected elders, brothers, friends, mothers and sisters. In my previous sermon of Friday, I was shedding light on the topic of following our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave us, the followers, glad tidings for reviving his Sunnah in our daily lives. The Sunnahs which have been forgotten by people, and if any ummati, follower of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, strives to revive the Sunnah of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has given him the glad tidings and confirmed that he loves me. The love which he has in his heart for me, he revived my Sunnah. On the day of judgment, he will be with me in paradise. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us, and he has showed us everything: how to sleep, how to eat and drink, how even to talk to people. In my today's session, in today's sermon, I will shed light upon eating and drinking. What are the Sunnah? What are the ways of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam of eating and drinking? What instructions he left for us regarding this topic and this issue? The foremost thing is, whatever we drink and eat, we should make sure it is halal, lawful. Because anything that goes in our body, then it becomes part of our body. And it leaves a great impact on that person's actions. If we eat halal, lawful things, and it will leave good impact. And the body will issue forth good actions. And if we eat haram, unlawful things, then the amals which we will do, they will be such which will be displeasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the foremost thing we should make sure is that what I'm eating and what I'm drinking, what I am buying for eating and drinking, we should check whether it is haram or halal. We see in the Quran, Ashab Kahf, those young men who fled from their tyrant king, who was an idol worshipper and who imposed upon people to worship the idols. They fled him and they took the refuge of a cave. And Allah Almighty made them sleep for 300 years. 309 years. After they had woken up, they were hungry. They sent one of their companions to buy something, because when they left their city, they had some money with them. And they instructed that person whom they sent to buy food for them. They said, make sure the food you buy is lawful, it's halal. So we should always make sure whatever is on the table, that it is halal. Number two, we should make sure when we sit to have something to eat, we should make an intention of a special thing, and that is eating. Everyone eats. This is a need of a human being, whether one is Muslim or non-Muslim, and the animals that eat. Everyone eats. But there is a great difference between eating of a Muslim and a non-Muslim. A non-Muslim will eat so that he can fulfill his lost desires through the energy which he will gain through the food. But a believer, when he eats, he should check his intention. Why is he eating and drinking? He should make a niyat. When you are eating, we should make a niyat that I am eating so that I can gain the energy in my body, and then I can utilize that energy in the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then this very eating and drinking will become ibadat for us. It will become ibadat. You know, this dunya, we can turn this dunya into ibadat very easily. Just by changing our intentions, this dunya in which we live, and whatever we do, whether it is the worldly matter we are doing, I mean, if you're doing something religious, if you're involved in the religious matter, and then it is understood that you're doing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Dunya is, you think you're doing for yourself. But this very dunya, you can make it ibadat. You eat and you drink, you change your niyat. You can make this eating and drinking ibadat. You sleep, your sleeping can become ibadat. But it depends on what niyat you make. When you go to bed and you sleep, you make a niyat, intention, I'm sleeping so that I can get a rest. My body can get a rest. And then after that, once I am fully in rest, and once I am satisfied, I can do the ibadat by my Lord properly. This sleep will become ibadat for us. You eat and you drink and you make a niyat, this food will go in my body and I will get the energy, then I will use this energy in ibadat. And I will use this energy in the obedience of Allah and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This very eating and drinking will become ibadat. You're working, you are a taxi driver, you are working in an office, and if you make a niyat, you are doing the khidmat. You are serving the makhluk of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will be earning the money, and at the very same time, this work will become ibadah for you. By just changing your niyat, your intention, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you upon this. You are earning at the very same time ibadat and the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're earning the money and also you're earning the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this dunya can become ibadat for us if we look and check our niyat, what niyat is and what intention is. If we make our intention for everything that we are doing, that I am doing this for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I am doing this for the service of the makhluk of Allah, I'm eating so that I can do ibadat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything then becomes ibadat for us. And then before we should start our eating, we should wash our hands. This is one of the etiquettes which we have been taught by our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Salman al-Farsi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Salman al-Farsi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he wasn't an Arab. He was not Arab. He was a non-Arab Sahabi of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he was from Iran. And you know, he lived for how many years? He lived for 300 years. And in the search of truth, how much he had to give up, and how much he had to strive, and how much he had to struggle, he himself mentions how much I struggled in order to find the truth. And when someone makes an intention to find the truth, Allah Almighty lets him find the truth. And this is what happened with Salman al-Farsi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He worshipped, his family worshipped fire. They were fire worshippers. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when Allah wants to guide someone, He just opens the doors. He makes the ways. Salman al-Farsi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he said that the temple in which we used to worship the fire, I was the caretaker of it. Once I just passed by a church, and I said to myself, I should go inside and find out what these people are doing. And when I saw them worshipping, I really liked it. It really attracted me. And my father has sent me for something, and when I asked those people about their ibadah, they told me, and I also witnessed with my own eyes, I really liked it. And I stayed with them for the whole day. When I returned home, my parents, they asked me, where have you been? And then he said, I related everything to my parents. And I said to them, the ibadat they are doing, I really like it. The father turned around and he said, no. Your religion and the religion of your forefather is the best religion. Then he says, my father, he noticed that my son is tilting towards something else now. So he locked him up. He chained him in the house. He says, in those days, I somehow sent a message to the worshippers of the church, and I said to them, if any traders in those days used to come from Syria to Iran, and he sent a message to them that if any traders come over here, let me know. But then one day I received a message from the church that the traders are here, the merchants are here. He said, somehow I escaped from my father's house, and the merchants who were going back to Syria, I went with them. And before I went, I asked the people of the church, where is your headquarters? They said, our headquarters is in Syria. So the merchants took me to Syria. And over there, when I went there and asked somebody, who is the most learned personality here? They told me, so-and-so who lives in this city, he is the most learned of his Christianity. So then I went to him. I lived with him for so many years, but I did not find him an honest person. He used to encourage people to give charity, sadaqah, whatever charity he used to give, people used to give it to him, he used to keep it for himself and never used to spend it on people, on poor people. Then when he passed away, someone else became in charge of the church. Then I stayed in his company for years and I found him a very good man. And when he passed away, before he passed away, I asked him, where should I go now? He said, you should go to this city. And over there, I went and I sat in the service of a bishop. And then when he passed away, before he passed away, I asked him, where should I go? Then he said, you should go in this city. And from there, I traveled to another city. And when I went to that city, and the bishop in whose company I was, before he died, I asked him, where should I go now? He said, now a time is drawing near of a last prophet to appear. And he will not appear here, but he will appear in Arab. He will appear in a city, in a land which will be a very barren land, and he will migrate from there to another city in which there will be date trees very much. So he said, I'm just telling you, we are so lucky that Allah Almighty has granted us Iman, Deen, without from us making any effort, because we were born in a Muslim household. But here somebody is searching for the truth. And then he says that the merchants were traveling to Arab. And I said to them, please take me to Arab. And I had some cattle and sheep. And I said, in return, in exchange of this, I will give you all this. He said, they brought me to Madinatul Munawwara. When I looked around, my bishop, the last bishop, he gave me some signs. He said, the sign is the city to whom the last prophet will travel to and migrate to. You will find so many palm trees there. I looked and said, this is the city. And he gave me another sign. He said, the sign of the last prophet will be, he will not accept sadaqah, but he will accept the gifts. So then he says, these people who brought me to Medina, they betrayed me, and they said, he is our slave. And then I was sold to one of the Jewish person who bought me. And Hazrat Salman Farsi says, I have been slave of 10 different people. 10 different people. I have been slave of 10 different people. And then eventually when he said, Prophet ﷺ, when he migrated to Medina, and someone told me the last prophet has come to Medina. So he said, now I will go and investigate and find out those 2 signs which I was told by the bishop in Syria. He said, I went and I had a tray of dates. I took it to Prophet ﷺ. He was sitting along with his companions, and I said, the Prophet of Allah, here, these are the dates for you. He said, what are these for? He said, they are sadaqah. Rasulullah ﷺ said, we do not accept sadaqah. Then he said, I said in my heart, yes, this is the one sign has been fulfilled.